All right, we are going to go and say a very good morning here to, the Attorney General and the Minister of Natural Resources, Tom Marshall. How are you?
Hi.
So what do you think? The people of St. Brendan's feel they're always getting the bad end of that stick, buddy.
Well, it's one of the difficult things. We have limited resources and we got unlimited demands, and the job of the government is to try to allocate those resources in a manner that's fair and that's equitable to people of the province, and we try to do it, but there will always be people who but we'll get to them.
Do you not think that there's a communications issue? These people actually feel, when I listen to the mayor, I mean, these people really feel like you guys just came in, like a bunch of dragons, the draconian kind of approach, and simply yanked the boat out, that it wasn't communicated. It wasn't communicated very well, and they don't seem to have an appreciation of the argument that this was needed for Bell Island's sake versus theirs. Yeah,
I'm going to let Paul Davis, the minister, deal with that because I'm sitting here. I've just come out of a cabinet meeting. I'm sitting in the Premier's office in Breeze, which is a great view. But what I wanted to talk about today, Randy, was the union leadership of the province are putting out some messages which I'd like to respond to.
Well, they certainly are,
and they are incorrect messages in my view. And I want to tell you why. Like Wayne Lucas of QP. Wayne always says when the government puts out a financial report that we're sending a message to his membership, and that's not so, Randy. I mean, what we do, we have an obligation to get the financial situation out to the people of the province at different times in the year as we get more and more information. It's being open, it's being transparent, it's being accountable. We do it at budget time, and then halfway through the year, a little longer than halfway through the fiscal year, we come out with a fiscal update and we say this is the latest information because, the budget is a forecast, it's a prediction, it's not actual results. And then halfway through the year we do an update, and then we now have 6 months of actual results, but we still got 6 months of projections, so we give another one. And when we do that, we're trying to let the people know, we say, this is the situation, and then the finance minister goes around the province, as Minister Kennedy is doing, and he's seeking input from the people. So it's not to deliver a message, and I know Wayne always says that, but he's not right. We're reporting to the people of the province of the financial situation of the Premier, which we have to do. It's not to send a deliberate message.
But when you make a public announcement and the clerk of the council makes a public announcement to say we're going to have a hiring freeze, we're locking down the civil service at this point in time. The Minister of Finance is saying there's going to be layoffs. You know that. And then other people are speculating on exactly what the deficit is going to be, where the layoffs are going to go. I had somebody inside your government tell me last evening 8 to 12% cut across the board. That's what every department of government is going to be asked for. And but if you've got all of that in the marketplace, Minister, how can a union not, when they're about to sit down to try and negotiate a contract for the members, say you're not delivering a message to them? You might not be doing it intentionally. You can argue that, but I want to tell you, they are getting a pretty strong message that says, haul in your horns, lessen your expectations before you come in here, aren't they? Isn't that the message?
The message isn't directed to one particular group. The message is the government is saying to the people of the province, here are the facts. Here's the evidence before us, and this is what we got to do, and we're seeking advice. The Minister of Finance is also going around the province, having these consultations, seking input from the people of the province.
Yeah, fair enough. But
what should we be doing? But it's not. We're saying let's go out and pound the unions there.
But you can't. No, but you can, even if the union. What I'm saying is that it is not correct. It's not correct on your part to say that. Contained in that there isn't a message for you may be saying it is not. It is an unintended consequences of our.
It's a message.
Unions look at it and say you guys are trying to set up a set of parameters that shut us down before we ever sit at the table. That's going to be their argument, right?
Yeah, well, that's their argument, but it's incorrect. We're telling the people of the province this is the situation and this is what we got to do about it, and we're also asking for input. For people to help us in making the correct decision. But it's not. We're not carving out one group and saying let's hammer them.
All right. Let me ask you this question.
Let me tell you one more thing now. All right. The other thing that the leadership are saying, and leaders of political parties in this province are saying, and some people who are calling into your show are saying is that the Muskrat Falls or the hospital in Corner Brook somehow increases the deficit. But these are capital expenditures. They don't affect the deficit at all. Mm-hmm. And the union leadership are saying, you're doing Muskrat Falls, therefore you can't do other things. It's going to increase your deficit. And it's just not correct. And they should know the difference. They have responsible leadership positions in the province, and that is a basic elementary fact that they should know. Mm-hmm. And certainly they have people in the unions that know the difference. And either you don't know it, which is a damning point. But if you do know it, and you're saying it anyway, then that's certainly not helping the process. It's a gross misrepresentation of what the facts are, and it certainly doesn't help the process.
Will the hiring freeze include other agencies of government such as NALCOR?
The hiring freeze is right across government, right across all government.
Does it include NALCOR?
Well,
does it include the Crown corporations like NALCOR?
It will include everybody, but I notice that there can be exceptions, right? There can be exceptions for certain positions. You just have to fill them, and there can be exceptions. But it will apply. The rule applies to everybody: government, all government departments, all government agencies, and including government business enterprises like Nalcor and the Liquor Corporation.
I'm going to read two things to you. I'm going to read two emails to you, get you to respond.
Sure.
Randy, with all the talk of cutbacks, belt-tightening, layoffs, deficits, etc., what thought goes into the transportation, food, hotels, and all the miscellaneous extras to have a cabinet meeting in Corner Brook? To my thinking, it must cost in the thousands more than if they'd had it in St. John's. That's from John. Robin says,
let me respond to that.
Same one. I just want to get this one to you through. It says this. So, the provincial government says we have to stop hiring, cut jobs to save money, and then they're going to spend 2 days in Corner Brook for meetings, hotels, meals, transportation, on a plane, because they don't drive. You're looking at about a $25,000 bill at least. Way to lead by example, Premier. How do you respond?
I say shame on that guy. I say shame on that guy for only wanting government decision makers to be in St. John's and making decisions. The cabinet has an obligation, in my view, to go to different parts of the province in their own communities to find out and get a real understanding of what the issues are. Shame on those people that only want government headquarters and government decisions made in St. John's. I reject that entirely. I think it's great that cabinet gets around and goes, that Mr. Kennedy's going around and doing pre-budget consultations, that cabinet goes out and has meetings in different places and people can come to see them and talk to them.
It all costs. In other
words, if you want to be in government, you got to be in St. John's and shut your mouth. I reject that entirely.
One final thought, 30 seconds. Go for it.
One final thought. Wow. Well, let me just tell you this, some good news. 14 new respite care beds in the long-term care facility in Corner Brook. The contract was let about a month ago. The group they're doing the work. This was a wing of the long-term care that was allocated to the university, but we said if we need the beds, we're going to take the space back. We've taken the space back. There was money put in the budget. Contract was let a month ago. Work is being done. The boss at the job told me that they should be finished by June. So that's another investment in long-term care in Western Newfoundland. And of course, for long-term care, it's a great thing, a really good thing.
Minister Tom Marshall, the Honourable Member for Humber East, the Minister of Natural Resources, Attorney General. As always, great talking with you and a pretty interesting debate. Have a good day.
You too, Randy. All the best.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Here's Minister Marshall's response to some of the things that have been going on of late. All right, well, to you two people, I only had two, by the way. It was only two. And one was from Frank and one was from Robin about the cost of the cabinet meeting in Corner Brook. He said he rejects that attitude on your part, folks, outright. That's not how government should run.